I hope you see me. Listen, without you, I'm like this. Listen, that's what the studio said. Listen, I'm about to put it. What up, though, to music? Smoke. Hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, the notification bell to be notified when we drop another banger. We got a big banger right here. Now, we going to continue on with this Never Broke Again NBA versus Top Boy Gorilla TBG. And we got part 1 and 2 of this series. We're going to move on to part 3. But before we get into part 3, we touched on a secret member in part 2, YM Captain. And so if y'all haven't checked out part 1 and part 2, check it out. Now, we're going to touch on a secret member, and he's a vital member, probably one of the most vital members of the whole thing. So his rap name, Boozilla. So I don't know, rap name, street name, Boozilla. But he was like one of the key figures in like the whole situation. Now, this might be an actual long one, but this is like one of the juiciest ones, so y'all gotta bear with me. So anyway, his real name is Keandre Ricks. And so, he out there South Baton Rouge. And so, when we do this series, we're going to try to break it down into like different details. So a lot of people and a lot of crews and a lot of situations are connected, but we're going to try to keep them combined together. So you might hear me mention somebody that they affiliated with, or a group or clique they affiliated with. And, it might just, they give you some, type of preference to who they are. But, we're going to try to only focus on them. So, for instance, Baby Joe, kind of popular. So, Bbg Baby Joe, his brother BbgLitTyler, BbgLitTyler. So, those are like, BbG is the bottom boy gorilla. And so, we're going to get into that, at what role they play in the situation. Because TBG, top boy gorilla. And so, that's like two different groups. So, they both out there South Baton Rouge. Nba Youngboy, he out there north. So anyway, Boozilla, you may hear him a lot in a lot of Baby Joe songs, Nba Youngboy song, Michi song. You gonna get into him. He another secret player, but that's gonna be for another one. But anyway, so Boozilla, he was doing this thing. So he got killed in November the 2nd, 2016. He was riding his bike and was approached by two men. They shot him, robbed him. So just like Lil JoJo out of Chicago, was shot on his bike. But, he wasn't like shot in his back or anything like that. Boozilla wasn't, they confronted him. And anyway, so one of the suspects shot him up in the torso. The other one went through his pockets. So the suspect name is what I would just say, even though it's old, I like to always say alleged. But anyway, the first suspect, Trayshawn Coates, I think he was at 17 at the time, and then you got Monte Carey, I think he was like 27 at the time. So Trayshawn Coates, he was the one that was a alleged shooter, shot Boozilla in the torso and stuff, and Monte Carey, they said the one allegedly went through his pockets. So they said it was a string of retaliation shootings after the fact. So it was other men or suspects. Most of them was teens, but that was also involved in the situation, for retaliation shooting. That was in the situation with Trayshawn and things like that.
Accused of murdering another teen that set off a series of retaliation shootings in Old South Baton Rouge.
As News 2's Natalia Verdina reports, the suspect has been involved in other high-profile crimes.
That's right, Michael. 18-year-old Trayshawn Coates has been arrested twice. Tonight, he's behind bars again, and this time in connection with a murder case that took place last November. Why are you shaking your head? An aggressive choice of words from a teen who a few months ago didn't shy away from our camera.
I want them to know that my intentions were never to kill no police officer. You know,
This is Trishon Coates back in July when he was arrested and then let go for purchasing a stolen gun. According to investigators, the gun was implicated in a plot to kill police shortly after Alton Sterling's death.
He gave us information that he bought this gun on the street and he didn't know anything about an actual burglary.
Tonight, barefoot and in handcuffs, 18-year-old Trishon Coates is back in police custody. He's accused of shooting and killing a teen on Nebraska Street late last year.
That shooting, murder, started a rash of shootings that occurred in that particular area.
It's now being described by police as retaliation. Hours after the first shooting, shots rang out on Kentucky Street. Police found the victim a few blocks away at the LSU Lakes. Tonight, the pieces to this criminal puzzle are coming together.
He was the guy that started all of this.
Coates at the center of it all. Investigators telling us they made sure to cross their T's and dot their I's before making an arrest.
We may make an arrest to put him in jail, but we want to be able to keep him there.
Coates is currently in jail charged with murder. Sylvia, Michael?
Boozilla, he had a few little songs. He was an up-and-coming rapper. You know, he hold a little rank in the streets. I'm not going to really go too deep with the street stuff on these series because, you know, a lot of stuff can get explained without going too in-depth with the street stuff. And plus, y'all be hypocrites. Y'all know y'all be hypocrites. Y'all be wanting all the details and stuff, but then y'all be like, oh, he dry snitching. Now, even though this case is old and all that and done with, but, you know, we going to just give you more of the information that you didn't know, and anything else, any deep street details, y'all can kind of like figure it out or, you know, do your own research or whatever. But anyway, so it was like just at the midnight when he got shot. It was like a block away from where he lived. You know, it was on Nebraska Street. And so anyway, like the day his mom, you know, say his clothes and everything was ironed and good, you know, regular day, like her son always give her a kiss and, you know, tell her he love her when he talked to her on the phone. You know, she said she been talking to him lately, you know, because they come up in a rough neighborhood. So she said she had talked to him that day, you know, about, you know, hanging in the neighborhood and stuff like that, different crowds. But she said he never really got in no trouble anyway, you know, serious trouble. So, you know, that probably just a regular talk. But anyway, so whatever the reason was, you know, she said she don't know the reason. And she said that maybe they thought he had money. She said he didn't have money. She said he used to be on Instagram, you know, with money and stuff like that, but he didn't have money. And he used to always be in the studio. And so they probably thought he had it or whatever. And so, you know, maybe they robbed him or whatever. But anyway, so if you see a lot of the members, BBG or NBA members, you know, they have a Boozilla day every year. You'll see them with cars with Boozilla, with vinyl print on there. You know, you'll see on their Instagram, they got the hashtag when they got rip dump. We're going to get into that on another series. Dump is, and what was his affiliation and presence of the camp. But, you know, they're, you know, free this person. And so Boozilla was significant because if you look at his old videos and his old styles and how he dressed, and you look at how Nba Youngboy, who's the main top Don Dada, the main prize of the whole camps, whether it's 4K Trey, BBG, NBA, he like the hit, the number one. And so if you look how his style is, you could tell exactly where he got it from. So he pretty much replicated Boozilla. See certain ways he wear his, you know, like scarves and headbands and stuff like that when he got him. A certain way he wears clothes and stuff. Boozilla had this song called Forgive Me. And so if you listen to the intro of this video, I was kind of singing it. You know, it's actually, you know, a dope song. And so you can feel his style and the way he rapped and what he talked about. You can find that when you listen to Youngboy music. And Youngboy even got a song that he had with that that Moneybag Yo, that mixtape they had. I think it was called Federal Baby or something like that. Anyway, they had a song, and it was pretty much almost like the chorus was similar to this one from Boozilla. So anyway, Boozilla was a BBG, just like Baby Joe, BbG Baby Joe, BbgLitTyler, BbgLitTyler. I'm not sure. BbG Big D. I'm not sure if that's another secret member, Big D. But we gonna get into all that. But I'm not 100% sure if Boozilla actually started the BBGs. But anyway, they was that little clique out in South Baton Rouge. Baby Joe, I think he always been thugging. But anyway, they looked like they were like some little. I don't want to say dirty, but they kind of would say it. But they like some little rug rats. Baby Joe even said like nobody really never liked the BBGs. So anyway, so you had Dumb in the South, you had TBG, and I think TBG preceded was there a little bit before BBG. So the BBGs might have came up, from after the TBG, and you would hear Boulevard Quick. He's not really a hit, the secret hit nor a secret member now, but he wasn't like mainstream. He got a little bit more spotlight after the death and stuff. People putting lyrics and stuff on the songs. People out the camp, people from opposing camp, interviews popping up. But he say that Top Boy Gorilla was first, and that's what Bottom Boy Gorilla came from. Like, they was like, the BBGs was like pretty much paying homage at the time. And I guess they had moments where they used to be for sure cooler, because, even going off what this series about, NBA and TBG. And so BBGs and them, they was in a neighborhood. They knew each other. They knew TBG. But I think BBG was already kind of into it with TBG. And it's a situation that goes back. Somebody else named that's in jail, Dussa. He was into it with Boozilla and BBGs and stuff like that. So that's another probably even another series, but there's definitely another part to get into. But anyway, staying on topic with Boozilla. So yeah, he if you want to call it the push that fueled NBA Youngboy, which is carrying the NBA brand, BBG brand, and all that. So he's definitely a vital member. He's a secret member, because even though you hear about him and see posters about him, RIP, nobody really shows you much pictures of him or really tells you what happened or role he was in. People don't even know that he was an up-and-coming artist. People don't know that 2 days after he got killed, his song was played on the radio, and he was offered to come perform in Atlanta, in Georgia. I don't know exactly if it was Atlanta, but it was in Georgia. And so he pretty much got on after he was dead. And so even what's the song NBA Youngboy got with Four Sons? He was saying, I think he said K3, his son, wear his headband just like his cousin. He was talking about Boozilla. And so if you see how NBA Youngboy wears headband sometime, and you see how Kamari K3 wear it sometimes, NBA Youngboy's son, and you see how Boozilla used to wear it, you can see Boozilla influence. And so so Boozilla, definitely was NBA Youngboy cousin. And y'all see these pictures, they was little kids. And you also, like Michi, he's somebody else that we're gonna touch on, blood relative, the cousin. And so but we're not gonna go too far now. I don't want to give y'all that. I'm gonna give y'all the bits and pieces. But anyway, this whole situation is kind of crazy, and being that they come from all being cool, TBG NBA, they was all cool. But at the end of the day, my opinion on the outside looking in, it just you know, people want to be on top. Now I know with certain situations, allegedly, what Boozilla and this and stuff like that, it was more than just some music stuff, and people want to be in position to be their own boss. I think Nba Youngboy, he was the type that was driven to he was always gonna be his own boss. He might have been under TBG just to get the information and see how it's done, but that wasn't nothing he was gonna stay on. He was gonna have to start his own stuff, and so I know conflict started with that. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to touch on this and just shed light on who Boozilla was, and so so now when you see something about Boozilla, y'all got a face with it. Y'all got the story on what happened to him. Y'all got the info that he was an up and coming rapper, that he pretty much got signed. He got his notoriety. He got offered to perform in Georgia 2 days after he died. His music also was played on the radio 2 days after he died. And this 2016 is big. And so he got killed on November the 2nd, like right around the corner from where he stayed. And he was on a bike. He definitely what fueled NBA Youngboy, what NBA Youngboy got his style from. So when y'all see NBA Youngboy greatness, y'all definitely gotta pay homage to Boozilla or Keandre Ricks. So that's why we gon' so check out the next one. Follow on this video. Keep following videos in the series, and we're gonna keep it moving with this information that nobody else is putting out. So y'all, run this number up. Y'all share these videos, because YouTube be tripping too. I ain't gonna lie. They be tripping. And so y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button. I know y'all be talking about I sound like the baby. Some of y'all say I be talking too much or whatever. But if y'all appreciate the information, if it's new information, if y'all just appreciate the information, hit that like button and share it. And make sure y'all hit that notification bell so y'all be notified whenever I drop a new video. Because YouTube ain't gonna always notify y'all. They're not even suggesting my video. So all my videos, getting viewed by y'all who just searching for it, or coming back to my channel looking for it, or typing certain names in the search box. And so y'all keep hitting that like button and share the video so YouTube can start suggesting it more. You seen? I'm out. Check.